and sisters, in this walk of life, a defining moment, they are inevitable. You will come to a point and place in your life, my brothers and sisters, where you're going to be faced with a defining moment. When I begin to think about a defining moment, my brothers and sisters, I can't help but to think about the day we met Christ. Can I get some help in here? Because it is true, my brothers and sisters, what the old psalmist said, I was sinking deep in sin. I was sinking far from y'all gonna help me talk here, ain't peaceful short, very stained deep within, sinking to rise no more. Here it is, but the master of the sea, he heard my despairing cry, and from the waters he lifted me, and safe am I. All of us, my brothers and sisters, we've been there, we've been out there, we've done everything we was big and bad enough to do. I wish I had some help in here, but thanks be to God, somebody had a praying mama and a praying grandmama and a praying big mama, that when we was down and out, when we was down at the church joint, when we was down at 701, I wish I had some help in here, when we was down at Elks Lodge, we had a defining moment. Listen to this. Come ye out of the world and come into God's house. Thank God for your defining moment. But the twist, Trayon, is there are a lot of people who are faced with their defining moments, and they still have yet to choose the right choice. I wish I had some help in here. You can choose to go left, or you can choose to go right. You can choose to do good. I wish I had some help in here. Or you can choose to do evil. All of us, my brothers and sisters, have been placed in situations where we had to deal with a defining moment. And some of us, my brothers and sisters, can attest some defining moments we brought on our own selves. I wish I had some church folk in here. But there have been some defining moments that we brought on ourselves. And there's also been some defining moments in which God has placed in our lives. I wish I had some help right there. You do remember there was a defining moment there in Genesis chapter 32, verses 24 through 31, where Jacob wrestled with the man until the breaking of the day. But once his hip was out of joint, the defining moment was to either hold on or to give up. I wish I had some help in here. And there's a lot of people in here that got a Jacob spirit. You refuse to let go. You refuse to give up. You refuse to walk away. You know that why? Because greater is he that's within you than he that's in the world. Can I get a witness in there? Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, deal with your defining moment. So as we get ready to peruse the parameters of this particular pericope passage here, Daniel chapter 3, the text says, here is old King Nebuchadnezzar, and he said, listen there, anytime you hear the music, you bow down to my golden image. And I thank God. I said, I thank God. Thank God. For Daniel chapter 3. Because some of us, we have to deal with some old King Nebuchadnezzar. Come on here. Some of us got some Nebuchadnezzars in our homes. The quieter you get, the guiltier you become. Some of us deal with old King Nebuchadnezzar on the job. Come on here, somebody. We know we deal with some King Nebuchadnezzars in the church. All of us have to deal with old King Nebuchadnezzar. And you know the story. Vanessa, text says, I feel like preaching now. That because of some haters. Oh Lord. In the kingdom. The text says, Tam, that the haters went back to the king and say, listen here, there's some folk. They just refuse to obey what you say. I I'm talking about the haters now. The haters go back, Big Ben. They listen here. They ain't worried about what you said about your decree. And you got to understand, parenthetically, my brothers and sisters, by custom and tradition, when the king made a decree, it was not open for discussion. Well, I wish I had some Bible readers in the house. Says he made a decree that anybody that refused to bow down to the image that he had his people to make of him. I wish I had some help in here. He said, listen here, I'm going to throw you in the fire and burn you alive. The Bible says that there were some weak Christians. And I wish I had time to talk about weak saints. But since you begged me, let me put a pin right now. You know weak saints would do anything that they told to do. Y'all tripping, let me talk to some real church folk over here. You can tell a weak saint from a solid Christian. A weak saint will listen to some foolery. I wish I had some help in here. And they'll follow that foolery all the way to the end. I wish I had some help in here. The text said that these haters went back to King Nebuchadnezzar, told him, listen here, there are three folk. Three folk. Matter of fact, King, Tracy, the text says, matter of fact, these ain't just no ordinary folk. I wish I had some Bible readers. Said these three folk are the ones you had picked to handle some of your things. Boy, I wish I had some help in here. You see how Larry, they was throwing salt on the situation? I don't know. They began, Nicole, to throw salt on the situation because they go and want to tell them somebody. They want to go run with some foolery, but then they want to pour salt on the saints. Why? Because they said, these are the ones that work for you. Well, I wish I had some help in here. And the text says, listen, you go and get them. Text says, I'm in my first point really. Says, you go get them, Lamont. And the king says, bring them to me. Now, if you're going to understand and how to deal with your defining moments, BJ, you got to understand, number one, that you will be tested. Let the church say tested. Says in your defining moments, your defining moment cannot be really defined without you first going through a test. I wish I had some help in here. And this says that their defining moment here is in between verse 12 and verse 18. Says, listen here, these folks done told on them. Now they're in the presence of King Nebuchadnezzar. And the king said, is it true what I've been told? Is it really true that when you hear the music, you refuse to bow down? Says, if that's true, listen here, what we gonna do is deal with you. And I think I need to help somebody because there will come a time in your defining moment when you're going to be faced with making a decision. I wish I had some help in here that you know ain't the right decision. I wish I had some help in here, but it is between life or death. I wish I had some help in here. Says there come a time that you're going to be tested to the point where, listen here, your defining moment is going to put your very life on the line. I wish I had some help in here. And I know I ain't got too many amens right there because some of us love our life more than we love God. I wish I had some help right there. But the text says in the text, they were going to be tested with their own life. Now some people, Raul, they don't mind being tested with their stuff. Y'all gonna talk to me here? But how do you have the life when your very life is on the line? The text says, Mama Brenda, he said, listen here. This is what we're going to do.